What up, V12? We back. Oh, 11 joint though. Had to bring this back out the closet. Listen, killer. Me and V12 in a V12 detail, 120,000 retail.
Guys, what is good? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Got a review for you guys today. This is going to be my fourth review from the very classic house of Guerlain. I first reviewed L'Instant de Guerlain from this house, not the the original one. Then I reviewed Tonka Imperial, and then L'Homme Ideal not super long ago. From this house, I own 7 fragrances in total. The 3 that I just mentioned, as well as Heritage, the Eau de Toilette, Cologne Imperial, and the original the lime mojito rum scent, and this guy, Abbot Rouge Eau de Parfum. If you want the very rich backstory of this house, which I went into very briefly, please do check out the first video that I did. As far as what I'd like to own from this house, guys, there are so many more that I need to own from Guerlain. If you check out my to buy list, there's more here than any other fragrance house that I want. You know, I'd like to get some fragrances from the Aqua Allegoria series, Santal Imperial, Ambra Eternal, Gourmand Coquine, Iris Ganache if the price is right, Le Petit Robe, Shalimar, the dress code flanker of this. There's too many. The very pricey extrait of this. The list just goes on and on. It's a house that I love and respect so much. And really, 2 Canadian reviewers, Eugene and Christo, have really sort of sold me on this house and watching their love of this house. And really, Eugene has, I think, the best Guerlain collection in the community. It's amazing. And he just recently did a video, and he, I wrote down like 15 fragrances I wanted to purchase off his video. So thank you to Eugene, who just made a beautiful and brilliant video. So we're going to talk about this one. This is the Eau de Parfum. The original one was released in 1965. It was done by Jean-Paul Guerlain. He was one of the original owners and perfumers at Guerlain. And now, obviously, perfuming over there is done by the great Terry Wasser. And some other people as well. This parfum originally came out in 1965. It was re-released in 2003, and that's what this is, the re-release of this that was done in 2003. Guys, there are a ton of flankers to Abbot Rouge. I think the latest is their dress code, which I believe supposedly incorporates some gourmand notes like hazelnut into this perfume. I really need to smell that one, but no wise on the Eau de Parfum. We get orange, basil, bergamot, Brazilian rosewood, lemon, lime, and tangerine at the top, carnation, sandalwood, patchouli, cinnamon, jasmine, cedar, and rose in the middle, and labdanum, leather, amber, benzoin, oak moss, vanilla in the base. Now, I got my 100 ml bottle for like $30 on Amazon. This is a very widely available and very affordable fragrance, which is awesome. As far as the presentation goes, I moved recently. I can't find the box, but it's a sort of red Guerlain box. The bottle, Abbot Rouge Eau de Parfum Guerlain. You've got some information on the bottom. Really sort of cool bottle. You got the Guerlain crest there, and then the sprayer, super good sprayer. So, boom. So just, really nice, sort of classy, low-key bottle. A bunch of Guerlain men's fragrances are making their way into this bottle. I believe recently did as well. As far as what this one smells like, this fragrance smells absolutely wonderful. I mean, one of the most classic men's scents you can purchase, and what I love about it is there is just so much going on within this scent. It opens up with this huge blast of different citrus notes. I would say for me the lemon is what really stands out more than anything else, but you're gonna smell lime, you're gonna smell orange and bergamot, and then with that you're gonna get some florals, the rose, some carnation, and you're gonna get some gourmand notes in this one as well. You're gonna smell vanilla. You're gonna smell sandalwood. Carnation always, for me, has a way of giving fragrances a dated feeling, and that does sort of exist here as well. But I enjoy it here because it's not overpowering. It's just enough of it that makes me sort of feel like I'm wearing a classic fragrance vibe, you know, like something almost from the Rat Pack era. It gives off that sort of that vibe. You know, under the combo of florals and sandalwood and citrus notes is just a really nice, almost friendly, cozy base of leather and benzoin, and even some patchouli in that as well. The big difference for me between this and the EDT is the leather and the base just pops out way more in this one. And it's very strong and stout. This one's just stronger. It's more leathery. I will buy and review the Eau de Toilette at some point. I think the Eau de Toilette's better to wear in warmer weather, and I think this is better for cooler weather. The EDT is more year-round, I think, in my opinion, and the EDP is something that shines a little bit more. It's a little bit thicker and denser, a little bit sweeter. I think it does better in the cold weather. But you just have this beautiful base in this one of leather, benzoin, some patchouli, and amber. It's a brilliant fragrance, and I gotta be honest with you guys, you know, since 1965, there's really only one fragrance that I smell that really reminds me a little bit of this one, and it's pretty different, but it sort of does. You could tell, I believe it was inspired by this fragrance. We'll talk about that in a couple seconds. Performance on this guy is outstanding. As I said, I think I could get away with this 4 seasons out of the year. It's gonna be a little bit cloying in the summer. Ideally, I think in the summer you'd want to wear, you know, the original or even Abbot Rouge Sport or Low, which I can't lie to you guys, I haven't tried those two, but I'd like to check those out as well. This one projects really well and will absolutely get you through an entire day in terms of longevity. I don't like to say any scent is genre specific. I say wear what you like no matter what, but to me this smells like a classic men's fragrance to be worn smartly in formal occasions like at an office or for nights out. It's just super classy. Now, if you can't get your hands on this for some reason, or you just feel like you need a more modern take on this fragrance, other versions of this, you can do the EDT. You know, the X-Straight is supposed to be phenomenal of this. I believe it's a $400 fragrance. Again, there's low and sport versions of this scent, but if you want something a little more modern, noir, the EDT and the EDP by Tom Ford comes close to this one. It's a little different. It's a little more vanilla to me. It's more vanilla in it, but it does sort of come close to this. Not extreme, but the cologne, Noir cologne, and Noir the Parfum. For me, this is an ageless beauty. It's like Sophia Loren of men's fragrances. If someone were trying to talk you into purchasing Abbot Rouge, I think they'd tell you that it smells brilliant, it's affordable, it's classic and timeless, it will never go out of style, and you're paying $30 for Guerlain quality. Guerlain makes fragrances that far more expensive than this, and I feel like the quality between all of them is pretty consistent. You're always going to get just amazing quality with Guerlain fragrances. I think if someone were trying to talk you out of purchasing this one, they might tell you that some people might think this smells dated, and I couldn't necessarily blame them if they said that to me. I would understand where they're coming from, but I happen to like that myself. I think it's a pro for me. Summation, guys, this is a 9.5 out of 10 fragrance for myself. It's affordable. I like the presentation, it's widely available, and it performs really well. What stops me from giving this a 10 is that I just think there are better smelling fragrances out there in this genre. It's right there, but to me, I prefer Fahrenheit to this fragrance personally. I think Shalimar, which to me is a unisex fragrance, smells better than this fragrance. Jubilation 25 to me smells better than this fragrance. Zing by L'Artisan smells better than this fragrance. Black Orchid smells better to me than this fragrance. But this is close, it's just not there with them. I could see continuing to wear this and learn it, because it's one of these fragrances you really have to learn. Every time I wear it, I sort of smell something different. So maybe one day this will be a 10 out of 10 for me. For now, there are a few fragrances I like better, but this is as close to those as possible. So I am giving it a 9.5 out of 10. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed my review of Abbot Rouge, the Eau de Parfum. I want to do more Guerlain fragrances in the future. If there's some you'd like to see, let me know. I know I need to get my second from the Arts and Materials line pretty soon. I think my next one that I'll probably review will be Ambre Eternelle, or maybe the Eau de Parfum of Homme Ideal. Perhaps Shalimar. I know you could get that for a pretty good price as well. So there's just a lot from within this house that I need to experience and just get out there and check out, because it's really there's so much to explore within it. You could really spend your entire life doing so, I believe. But that is my review of Abbot Rouge, the Eau de Parfum. Hope you have enjoyed it. I will obviously see you guys later this week with more videos. Any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you guys again real soon. My name is Maximilian.
We the Globetrotters, no nose divers. What's those Prada? Copper, no habla. Low mo choppers, faux pop, yeah. Whole hopper, and I'm drinking.